Hello, beautiful souls. I am Melissa from Connected Souls, and today I'm going to do a reading based around what area of your life will fill your love cup. And we'll look at also, what are you doing, what are you holding on to that might be preventing this from happening? So before I go into the cards, I'll ask if you could like this post if you feel drawn to, and if you are enjoying the readings that I'm putting up and the content, please feel free to subscribe and you'll get notifications as new content is put up. And I love a comment. It's always nice to see how the readings are resonating with each of you, and if you have any questions on or what you'd like to see a reading about perhaps for the collective. So yeah, feel free to give some examples shoot through some ideas of what you'd like to hear. Okay. So in Australia here today we've got a beautiful sunny day, blue skies, clear, and it's going to be, I think, about 28 degrees Celsius. So yeah, beautiful sunny day today. So to start with, we have group number 1 with the clear quartz, group number 2 with the pyrite, and group number 3 with obsidian. So take a moment, allow yourself to center, take a breath in, and whenever you're ready, choose which card that you're drawn to the most. If you need to, hit pause. I will leave this on the screen for a little bit, but if you need a bit longer, just press pause, and in the description below I've popped in the timestamps, so you'll be able to see, you'll be able to go straight to the reading that you've chosen. Okay, so yeah, 1, 2, or group 3. Thank you. Hello, group 1. So we have the clear quartz and card number 58 that you've chosen. I'll just pop the clear quartz up here. We've got stag spirit, take the lead. So this is going to be one of the main energy focus points of your reading. So I'm not going to go into it just yet until we've pulled some more cards. So yeah, first things first, I will pull some from this one. What area of your life, group 1, will fill your love cup? Group 1. We have the painter, productivity and creation. And we have the pilgrim with opportunities and growth. I'll pull some from this deck. I've combined 2 decks together because I couldn't decide out of this same person that makes them which ones I wanted to use. So some more information on what area of group 1's life will fill their love cup. And we have aging well. Aging is not a disease. We should be able to grow old and be healthy. And life and death. Do we really die? So some interesting cards. So I'm feeling with the stag spirit, it's asking you to take lead of your life. Which way you're choosing to go. The way that is embracing more of your authentic self when it comes to how you create your reality, how you shine forward. Here with the lamp, you know, we've got it shining out. It's this, and it says opportunities and growth. So it's like really embracing that leader aspect of getting your ideas out of there and painting your own picture of what you want to see in your life. Not following the lead of others. Obviously we can take advice from others, and yeah, there's nothing wrong with learning and listening to others, but there's limits on how much information we choose to actually embody that others have to share. Okay, using them just as guidance and not our absolute, because your inner self knows more about, you know, what sort of creation you want to bring to this world, or you want to bring to your life. Okay, so yeah, got the paintbrushes going in different directions, and it's like there's no right or wrong way when it is what is right to you, irrelevant of what anyone else says externally. What you choose for you that feels right is right. And with the lamp, it's like you've got these ideas. You already know what this looks like. It lights you up from the inside. And yeah, it makes you feel like abundant. It's these beautiful opportunities that are there for you in the growth of your life, ensuring that you can age well. Because the reality is we all age. That's how life goes. And it says here, aging is not a disease. We should be able to grow old and be healthy. So you taking lead of your life and creating it in the way that makes you feel most abundant, no matter how young you are, will allow you to grow in this beautiful, meaningful way of, like, you've weaved your path. You can safely say, I am happy with what I chose to do with my life, because it was what I wanted to do, not what others told me to do. Life and death, do we really die? So yeah, leaving a legacy behind, taking the lead and leading your life in a way that others, even beyond your life, will look and go, wow, you know, that's the way to live, relevant of whether we move on and reincarnate elsewhere, or how life goes beyond death. Your life will exist in the legacy you leave here for those that are left behind. Okay? And if that is in a literal form of creativity and producing art of some sort, that is also a legacy that you're leaving behind. Leaving your print in the world of the beautiful art you've created. So we're going to look a little deeper. So we're going to look at what is group 1 hanging on to that is holding them back from filling their love cup. What is group 1 holding on to? It's holding them back from filling their love cup. Okay, people, remember how you make them feel and say yes. So we've got 2 cards, number 16 here. So number 16 might have some relevance to you. I'm trying to think, what's the date today? Oh, it's the 16th today. So in saying that, this is a now thing. This is a true current. This is a timeless reading, but this is true to when you are receiving it. So the fact that 16, and it's the 16th today, tells me that for you to truly embody that life of filling your love cup, for you, because we can have a lover in our life, we can have relationships and everything on the external, but the reality is nothing fills our internal love cup more than ourselves. So it doesn't matter how much you are loved externally, if you are not loving yourself internally, none of that matters. Okay, so this is telling me at the moment that this is a now action thing, that you're really needing this right now. And you're holding yourself back by like focusing too much on how those around you make you feel. It's irrelevant what they choose to say to you, their ideas of what you do and don't do, and even how they make you feel. Like, we have a choice on how we choose to feel internally, and that is on you. And I know that sounds harsh, and I know that there are obviously some situations in life where these are obviously unavoidable. There are times where people can be in absolute difficult situations that, yeah, it's sad, painful, traumatizing. And it sounds horrible to say that even in situations like that, we still have a choice to choose how we feel. But at the end of it all, we do. And it's a hard pill to swallow when we are in a lot of pain. So here, group one, you're needing to observe more of what's inside you. What is your lead? What is what you want to do? Who cares what Jane next door is doing or Joe down the road? We are doing what makes you feel happy. If it's going against the grain and doing something completely new and different, and you know others are maybe going to judge you for it, or, you know, laugh at you or whatever, who cares? Does it make you happy? Do you enjoy doing it? If so, do it. Say yes. It is far better that you attempt to do something great and fail than to not try at all. Say yes to what makes your soul light up. Say yes to what you want to do, your creativity, your ideas, your opportunities coming at you. If it's a relationship and you really like a person and everyone else is telling you, oh, you know, but you know in your heart that this is the right path for you, say yes. If it's creating and birthing a business, say yes. If it's doing meditation or going on a retreat or moving states, whatever it is, take the lead on what makes you happy, because there is so much power in how we feel loved within ourselves when we choose us, when we choose what we want. So I'm going to pull some tea leaf just for some further information about this reading for group one. Okay. And maybe I'll go. Okay, I'll grab some more. I always go overboard with these. Okay. So we have egg, success assured with good plans and hard work. Camel, persevere and you will overcome problems. Teardrops, great personal sorrow. Love, bell with an announcement. Throne with a position of authority. And goldfish, increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. And we have bear, danger, especially in money matters. Okay, so based on the reading that we're doing, I will intuitively go through these little tea leaf cards. So egg with success assured with good plans and hard work is there is success when you choose you. And if you persevere with what's true to you, you will overcome problems. You will overcome this, whether it's an external conflict as a result of your choices or whether it's an internal conflict. You will overcome this because there is absolutely success in this. There will initially be personal sorrow because as we choose a new path, even if it is one that is true to us and lights us up, we still grieve the old. We still have to let go of the old story, and that takes pain, it takes change, it takes energy, and we know with any change comes pain initially. Okay? It's always going to be uncomfortable. I don't think I've had any change in my life met with discomfort, whether it's been a momentary discomfort or whether it's been a longer grieving process. However, it's always met with something, okay? But then there's so much love that blooms after that personal sorrow. It's a bit like the life and death. You know, with death comes renewal. With death is rebirth. So it's like you go through this personal sorrow point of whatever you've had to let go in the old story to suddenly this wealth of love. And it's just love that just glows outwardly so much, bringing in this opportunities of growth and a position of authority here with the throne. We've got the bell with announcement. So you're going to be announcing outwardly what is right for you, and this is going to gain you a position of authority. It's also going to bring you so much abundance in that material and wealth and spiritual growth. So if it's not a situation like a work endeavor or something where you're embarking on a financial journey, then it's going to still bring you so much internal abundance because you're choosing you, which is abundant in so many forms, abundant in love, joy. You know, there's so much growth and opportunities that the universe gives us when we choose us, when we suddenly turn around and go, hi, I'm going to choose my healing, or I'm going to choose my passion, my purpose, whatever it may be that you're choosing that lights you up and further improves your path in your place in this world and your journey. The universe will grant you with so much abundance. Abundance of love, abundance in wealth, abundance in your lessons, and that you can then, you know, the wisdom you can take forth. Always be mindful. When you embark on this journey, you will encounter the bears, the danger, those that choose to misunderstand you, those that want to try and shrink you to this little, you know, that mindset again of, oh, maybe I'm silly thinking that this is okay. You know, we've all been there when people's words suddenly make us feel like, oh, maybe I'm making the wrong choice. So just be mindful that this is a possibility you may encounter when starting to take the lead in your life. But the stag never drops. The stag doesn't, you know, put away its antlers and its regalness in the way it stands high just because someone else tells it to. No, naturally that is its stance. That is how you see them walk around. They are seen, they are there, and they are completely as they've been created, standing there as, words, what am I trying to say? Just shining their light no matter what, okay? They just look perfect as they are. No one questions it. There's a strength in that. So I'm going to pull some tarot for group 1. What are the outcomes for group 1 by choosing to fill their love cup? Oh, okay. We have 5 of Cups. We have the Hanged Man. So yes, that's going to be met with disappointment. There is going to be a grieving process, okay? By taking the lead in whatever situation is that you're choosing to take the lead on for you, that is true to your heart, it is going to be met with disappointment. Look at these flowers starting to fall into the water. They're being enveloped by the water's depth. You know, she's just standing out there, watching it almost with like no care to stop it. It's like, oh, it's happening whether I like it or not. I'm just going to let it go. Like, I have no option. The tides are against me on this one in that sense. So, yes, that is absolutely going to be a difficult process. Depending on this topic that is occurring in your life, it might be a very brief moment where you go, oh, have a cry, okay, move forward. Some of you, it might be a massive life change to take the lead of your life and fill your love cup. Okay, so this grieving process will vary person to person receiving this reading based on what you are experiencing. It's never the same for everyone, okay? So the Hanged Man, you know, like, they're just suspended there, feeling unsure of the direction to go. Like, okay, do I zip this back up? And it's like a zip that this figure is pulling down. It's like, do I allow it to just fall and just let go? Or am I going to zip it up and hold on more? But the reality is, with the gravity of the weight holding it, there is no choice but to let it unravel. There is no choice but to let it go. This is an absolute in this decision that you make. That'll happen. It's like, when you make this decision to step into what you choose for you, there will be a lack of direction on where to go. You're not going to know. You're not going to know what's okay and what's not. There's going to be that grief, that moment of, okay, maybe I regret making that decision. Can I turn back? But no, once you make this decision, that's it. Okay? You can sit here and hang in limbo and hold on. But what happens when we hang upside down and we don't come out of that position? What happens? Blood rushes to our head, it becomes uncomfortable, and we hold on to that pain and it hurts. So by allowing the fall and trusting in what's going to come from that fall, which is going to happen whether we like it or not, it at least gives an opportunity to let go. It at least gives an opportunity to then move forward to the next part. Okay, so then we have 6 of Pentacles, King of Wands, and Queen of Wands. Okay. So, with all that emotional essence that was with the, you know, Five of Cups and the Hanged Man, both water elements, so very emotional, comes this Six of Pentacles, okay, which is sudden, like this feeling of support dripping in. Like you see, they're just evenly drips. You start to feel that coming back. You start to feel the scales here, like the balance, slowly starting to fall back in. You'll begin to feel the gratitude for your decisions made. There's this new sense of giving that you'll be receiving. Like, you'll be able to give and others will be able to give to you. Like, there's this little guide here kind of saying, okay, it's all right, a little bit at a time. So I also take this as a bit of balance in just do it slowly as well. Just don't expect yourself to rush. You know, the body needs time to adjust to this, and that's okay. But it's okay because there's now support. There's now this new feeling of receiving. Like it's just abundant feeling slowly trickling in. Not yet abundant, but it's coming. It's like it's a bit of a relief. We have the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands, which just brings this whole beautiful balance of your masculine and feminine energies. Like, you know, we look at him as this fiery, passionate leader taking control of his life. Like, he's just got this passion and he's making noise about it with the drum, like really confidently okay with going, this is me. He's got this stance that looks strong and proud. Like he's just taken this whole new daring decision of changing his life for him. And it's incredible. Rewarding. Like, just this whole new quest, which is balanced with the feminine energy here. The Queen of Wands. So the King's counterpart. She's so confident, standing gracefully with this sunflower. She's just, like I see it like she's just standing there with this sunflower beaming, like she's just got this confidence and self-assurance. She's just wearing the peacock feather skirt that's not hiding from anyone. Like, watch me. And like the stem of this flower is like a solid pole. So it's almost like she is stern and assured in this new position of authority of her life. Now just remember, as I always mention, masculine, feminine energies, irrelevant of what you identify with your gender, is within all of us, okay? It is just that beautiful balance of the masculine and feminine. It's just a term used to explain the two different energies. So so it's like this sudden powerhouse of an outcome here for you the moment you take the lead of your life. You take the lead of this situation for yourself, whether it's love, work, and in your endeavor, business. Could even just be little decisions, but nonetheless, whatever it is that you are taking the lead on within your life, that you are being pulled to, that your heart has been, yeah, it's like, you know, niggling and niggling and niggling. Say yes to it. It's time. Allow yourself to go through the death of this cycle. Allow yourself to feel the renewal, that love that comes with this, that beautiful rebirth, so you can stand so confidently strong within your decision. You're knowing this is it. It's beautiful, group one. It's like, yeah, filling your love cup is all about choosing to lead, choosing your truth, choosing to do what lights you up, okay? To take the lead of your life. Now, if you wish to, feel free to like, comment how this resonates with you. And yeah, I'd love it if you give feedback, because it always helps. I enjoy seeing what others have to say. Always keep it kind, of course. And if you feel called to, hit subscribe. Thank you. Enjoy your weekend. Hello, group 2. You've chosen the card pile with the pyrite, dolphin spirit. Card number 20. This and that are true. So this is going to be one of your main energy points for this reading. But before I go into it, I'll pull some other cards out. Okay, so what area of group 2's life will fill their love cup? We have the thief, seizing the moment, and selfishness, and the walker, the unknown, a journey. Okay, what area of group 2's life will fill their love cup? You are not a victim of your DNA, and walk away. Okay, so with dolphin spirit, this and that are true. It's like embracing the light and the dark, not what's the word? My words today. Not neglecting the fact that every element, whether it be the darker aspect and the lighter aspect of a situation, all has relevance as a whole. Okay, it all helps the greater picture. So, for example, you can't heal a darker situation without also bringing in light. But yet, if you didn't look at that darker situation to heal, you wouldn't be able to heal from what is sitting there in the unknown. So we need to embrace and see that to move forward. Okay, can also be relevant to situation perhaps that, you know, others are in your ear and giving you misinformation, whether it be someone giving you information from this side and then another gossiping over here. You know, it's really just coming back to that balance point and discerning for yourself what you feel is right. Not listening to all the other parts that everyone has to feed you with. Okay, so yeah, the thief here is like seizing the moment and selfishness. So it's like you need to be selfish in the energy that you are choosing to take. You need to seize this time, or always seize the time, because this is what fills your love cup as a whole, as a person, to ensure that you are balanced in the way you are choosing to receive that information or that energy or whatever it may be. Okay, and this is going, we got here the walker, the unknown, a journey. This is going to have times where you're going to not know what the outcomes are, and trusting your intuition is sometimes going to be, it's scary at times. Like, it's like, oh, okay, well, I could listen to what that person has to say, and I could listen to what that person has to say, and that's going to confuse me, but at least I've got some information. Or I could just read for myself and then sit in the middle and make my own decisions, or ignore what others say and just observe. And just observe for yourself what is true, what is not. You'll know within yourself already, and there's nothing selfish in a negative sense in doing this. It's extremely positive to be selfish when it comes to matters that are needed to be. Matters that are just conflicting your energy and conflicting you. And again, if this is energetic, it's the same again. There is an unknown outcome of working through the dark and healing those shadow parts of self to allow the light to come in, so we can then see what the opposing forces were and how they were conflicting you. When we choose to face either one and start to go, okay, well, I'm going to see this for this and that for that, and start moving through that energy, we are actually suddenly going into this unknown moment of, oh, okay, where's this going to take me? But there's this beauty in discovering that for ourselves and going through that journey, because we are not a victim of our DNA. Your environment has a huge influence on your life, not just your DNA, but you don't need to be the victim of it. So the influence of others, or the influence of your own monkey mind, or the influence of your own trauma patterns, cycles, they are present. They're going to be there. But you're not a victim of this. You have choice. You still have choice to choose. Do I walk away? Are the people you spend time with making you feel bad? Do you walk away from them? Do you walk away from the conversations that don't serve you and that are conflicting information and stories? Do you walk away from this victim mindset and choose healing and growth and power within yourself, irrelevant of what your life experiences have been, your trauma, your pain? You can choose not to be victim of this. You can choose to walk forward. In choosing this, it doesn't always mean, I'm well aware, it doesn't mean that it just goes away and that you're completely free of this. But we can strengthen that. We can strengthen that part of ourselves that brings you back to this and that are true, or, balancing what is and what isn't, and what stays and what goes, and whatever. Thinking of the scales is what I'm picturing. It's like this, balance. And it has this whole grounding sense here. And both earth energies, these two, it's like by taking this stance of coming back to self, you're embodying what your inner knowing already is. You're grounding yourself, you're rooted in your truth. Because we have our own inner guidance systems for ourselves, even if it's a situation that's in the news and it's, based on the information we get fed, you're going to have your own perspectives, your own inner feeling, your own inner guidance. And perhaps sometimes it's just not worth watching that stuff to begin with, to even put yourself in a position to think that. But nonetheless, come back to self. Okay, so what is group 2 hanging on to that's holding them back from filling their love cup? What's group 2 holding on to? Okay, so we have technology and money. Okay, interesting. Technology. Your angels can see that you need a break from technology. So yeah, you know, this could definitely be relevant to the information you consume. You're consuming energy whenever you are on social media platforms, news sites, reading information. Like we all know, oh my God, the rabbit hole that you can fall into on the web these days, whether it be on social media platforms or streaming services. It's like, wow. I know from my own experience, like I choose not to follow the news. That's my personal choice. If something's serious enough for me to know, I know that I will find out because friends usually talk about it. I find when I am following news sites and getting sucked into the MSM stream of, you know, their own one way or their own ways of portraying situations, I actually fall into negative cycles, and they extend far beyond just the way I think about situations. They become depressive, they become helpless. Like, you know, seeing what's happening in the world can be heartbreaking, and sometimes, you know, there's things we can do to help, but then there are things we can't. And it's like, I find accepting that in myself, that there are elements I can't help with, yet if I'm allowing myself to, you know, like, it's like food. When we feed ourselves with food, it benefits our body and it doesn't, and it directly affects our energy and the way we live, the way we feel, everything. It's no different with how we feed our mind, how we feed our ears, the information we receive, the way we talk, how we choose our words. It all consumes our energy. And it can be the difference between feeling abundant and centered and like powerful within your own self, and feeling depleted and perhaps even developing other, you know, mental illness issues like depressive disorders and things like that. So technology for your group 2 is one that you're being asked to take a break. Okay? Could even be relying on an individual that you're messaging, you know, perhaps a partner or an ex, and it's like that, trying to trust your own intuition on how to move forward, but feeling like that earthbound side of you just wanting to keep messaging or reaching out or perhaps seeing what they're doing. You know, yeah, there's those elements that they all encompass this monkey mind, what is right and what is wrong, what is light and what is dark, and coming back to self. Okay, so having a break from technology is allowing you to return back to you, to your inner compass. Seize the moment, be selfish, and walk the unknown journey. There is some element of this stillness that fills your love cup, because when you return to this stillness, you remove the noise. We have money. Manifest what you want by manipulating energy with your mind. So yeah, when you remove this noise and you come back to center, you bring in this abundance mindset. Doesn't have to necessarily have to do with money, but, you know, it could also be, because obviously this is, what are you hanging on to that's holding you back? It could be that you've been hanging on to the mindset of money, 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 and that it has to look a certain way. And by being on technology and seeing the way others live, and, you know, it can really confuse what this looks like, because abundance for every individual is different. Abundance for you may, when you center and come back to self, may be more loving relationships and more of a balanced home environment, more food that's nurturing. And when you release the desire to outwardly see others, like she's looking, or he, she, they are looking at this other individual that's looking all snazzy and vibrant, covered in gold, with almost like this perplexed kind of look. Like, let's stop looking like this at others and thinking that that's how it is, and start coming back to what's true to you. Because irrelevant of whether that person loves to dress like that and look all fancy, or feels the need to dress like that and look all fancy, irrelevant. Doesn't mean you have to. You do you. It's cool. We're all allowed to do our own path of, what lights us up. So do what's true for you. I'm going to pull some tea leaves first. Just general further guidance on this for group 2. Okay. December. Younger woman. Dealings or relationship with a younger woman. Ah, wealth. That's funny, right next to the money card. Oh, sorry, trying to squeeze them all in here. Broken bridge, unsuccessful outcome to a problem. Dogs, getting together with friends. 4-leaf clover, great good fortune. And we have moon with changes in your life, and the scales, keep your life in balance. Okay. So we have December here as a highlight month. If you are watching this at another time, this is recorded in September, but this is a timeless reading. So if you are receiving this at another time, December is 3 months away. So I'm going to say, based on that, December being 12 can be 12 weeks, 3 months is usually 12 weeks around about. So I'm just going to say 12 weeks, 3 months from when you receive this reading. You're going to experience changes in your life. You're walking away from something. Something that's been making you feel bad, and as a result, you are going to experience changes in your life. We have a highlight mention here of a younger woman, dealings or relationship with a younger woman. So whatever this is, keep your life in balance. So through this change, you are just being told to maintain the balance during that time. Okay? Maintain that balance. Again, that this and that are true. The yin and the yang, the light and the dark. Remember, true to you. Be true to what is happening. Okay? We have wealth, which is next to the money card, which was, the money was letting go. What were you hanging on that was holding you back from filling your love cup? And that was, one of them was money. We were discussing about the perception of how you view money and how you view people on the outside. I believe that this is going to actually bring you wealth and abundance in the way you feel moving forward. As you come together with friends, there's this wealth in the way you connect with people. Because wealth isn't just money, okay? Wealth is abundance in all forms. Abundant in love, abundance in, friendships, money, food. There is endless. So it looks like there's going to be an abundance of new change in your life where you are coming together with friends. And you you're going to initially feel like there was an unsuccessful outcome to this situation, because it's probably not going to look the way you wanted it to. Because you're not, you know, this is you starting to learn to come to what you are, but you've been given this change from spirit to support your new journey of what is bringing you that new balance, that new balanced way of looking at life and feeding that mind. With a 4-leaf clover, we have great good fortune. So yes, okay, it's going to turn out fortuitous no matter what. Whatever the situation is in your life, the way you choose to walk away from that victim mindset and stop taking in sorry, everything that everyone else has to feed you, you are going to start to find that balance with it. And I feel there's also this element of you that is going to be able to, because with the younger person here, dealing with a relationship with a younger person, this one's stating woman, but whatever it may be, whether you identify as a woman or not, I feel like this is that childlike energy of yourself. By walking away, you are going to regain this incredible youthfulness within yourself. And you'll be able to keep that balance intuitively with the changes that come up in your life. There's going to be so much abundance in this shift. So yeah, it's going to be tough to start with. There's this unsuccessful outcome to a problem. So obviously there is going to be an element of your energy that's going to be a bit resistant to this, because it's not easy to walk away from technology and to change your mindsets on the way you view things you see. It can be a tough process, but it's very rewarding. It's very rewarding, the outcomes that come with it. But initially it can feel like it's been unsuccessful. It's like the foundations of what you are and what you know have to crumble away. And you've got to weather that storm. It's like there's stormy clouds above. You've got to weather that storm of that inner shift to be able to then receive that great fortune that comes within your energy and yourself, which outwardly then transmutes everywhere else. Okay, let's pull some tarot. Can I please have some feedback, some guidance on this situation for group 2? Okay, we have the Hierophant, 8 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles. Alrighty, so the Hierophant, we have that here, as you walk away from that old feeding and receiving of information and energy or belief systems, whatever it is that you are choosing to walk away from in order to rediscover what is true and what is not true within your inner knowing and inner self and life. And you know, this discovering what is true for you could also be, you know, here just popped out to me again, is that being a victim of your DNAs could be the way you perceive yourself. Sometimes with trauma we can tend to perceive ourselves as being a certain way, and it's not till we start going through that healing journey and unfolding and cutting away the old issues and people and things that were feeding us and feeding our mind and influences like technology, and really starting to come back to the truth of who we are as an individual being, we realize that sometimes we're not even what we thought we were. You know, our personality, the way, the things we like. So the Hierophant is like, there's this absolute belief system that's there within you. It's like, yeah, you've been following the wisdom of what we've been told. You've been conforming. And now, with the Eight of Cups, it's like you're trying to let go now and search for the truth. It's like, okay, emotionally, I feel like the way I have been made to feel spiritually, traditionally, whatever it is within your belief systems and the things you previously committed to, those solid foundational elements in life, it's like you're just going to shake all that up with the Eight of Cups here. It's just going to be like, oh, wow. I'm on a whole new journey. Like, wow. And it's funny that we were talking about this and that to be true, and the yin and the yang and all of that, because here in the Eight of Cups, it's like duality. You see two swans, two dragonflies, two birds, two butterflies. And dragonflies are about renewal and transformation, as are butterflies. They are that like transformative energy. And the swan is very much like that beautiful grace and growing into what is, you know, that beautiful purity and balance. And yeah, I just kind of think graceful when I think of swans. And even though they can be nasty. I've heard many people get attacked by swans. But I mean, you know, they are honest and loving. When it comes to partnerships, they mate. Don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure they are companions for life. So it's like this solid new trust within this duality of all things. You are now creating, because you are breaking away from, you know, all the, you know, societal ways of believing things have to be. You know, even when it comes to trauma and what is our DNA, and that, you know, an example is for example, you know, we hear a lot of generational trauma, which is an absolute real thing. You know, I'm a victim of generational trauma within my life as well. Most people are somewhat. And there's a lot of that in society that plays out often in a lot of different elements throughout the world where, you know, we talk a lot of that. And it's like, it's identifying us that we are only our DNA. And that, like, yeah, that everything we are is that. And then it's like releasing that feeling that we need to remain that victim. We don't have to stay in that victim mindset. We can shift our way of thinking and look at our environment and what we choose to do and how we're choosing to live and the information we're choosing to consume and all the rest. We can choose to redefine the Hierophant. Redefine your knowledge and your belief system. The traditional institutions that have taught us to conform in a way, you can now redefine that. And that is what's going to fill your love cup, by finding your own sense of this within your life. It's like this is true to you. This, I don't know if maybe you've got this, well, I shouldn't say maybe, I feel like you've got this real, like advocate type self to your core. Like you are a person that in your inner self already has your own needs and knowings to what is true. It's almost like you have this fire in you that already knows naturally what is true. And you could advocate for changing these reforms, and that if that's what's passionate to you. Reform in the sense of what belief systems are out there, and that wherever you may be in the world. But anyway, with the Nine of Pentacles, we have, you know, that there's success. Look how luxurious she looks. She's so donned with all this beautiful, you know, abundance of fruit on her head. She's got these beautiful earrings that are definitely not hiding. She's outwardly abundant. She's like entirely embodying that success and achievement in what she's completed in her whole transition of this process. So, you know, whatever it is that your journey is that you're on, breaking away the old ways of thinking and really starting to, you know, let go, truly let go of what doesn't feel right to you, and discovering the truth of what is, because that's all within. I feel like being cups, it's emotional, it's very like that inner, you're coming back into that inner self-discovery, that full coming back to self. You will start to discover what is true and what isn't. You will release this idea that you are a victim of what you were born into, and that society has created for you to believe, and that you now have a choice. And by letting go of some of these elements that are filtering in, you know, that technology and the way you view money on the outer, or what abundance looks like, you're actually going to in turn receive a whole level of abundance for yourself, which shows in this Nine of Pentacles, as she's just she just looks so like la-di-da. It's kind of the energy I get. But she's been rewarded for all that effort that was put in for that shift. And you're going to be rewarded too. And you'll be able to completely embody it, which is going to make your love cup go whoop. Fill it right up. And when our love cup's full on our internal, we attract so much external wealth, abundance of whatever it is we are wanting abundance of in our life. So group 2, thank you for letting me do this reading for you, and I hope you enjoyed it. It's a beautiful one to be really, I guess, self-reflecting on at the moment. What is true and what is not for you in your life, and whatever elements, areas that might be. Hopefully this resonates, and if it does, love to hear your comments below. Let me know how you feel, and hit like, and if you feel called to subscribe. Thank you. Hello group 3. So you've chosen the pile with the black obsidian, and let's pop you there, and we have Starfish Spirit, open to infinite possibility, with card number 59. So this is going to be your main energy for this reading, but first I will pull some other cards and then we'll read in. Okay, so what area of group 3's life will fill their love cup? Okay, we have the Waker, awareness and reflection, and the Wise One, tradition and order. And here we'll pull some more. What area of group 3's life will fill their love cup? You have psychics and first wave of Ascension. Okay, so Starfish spirit, open to infinite possibilities. It's like, to fill your love cup, you need to allow yourself to envision the infinite, to remain open to what is in the unseen, to dream. You really do need to be able to dream. It's like all these little kind of hairs coming off of this, each leg of this starfish. It's just like extra, you know, wisdom and growth and unknowns and things that are there and possibilities that beyond what already is the main growth points. So there's so much more to it than just this 5-pointed star that we see. Okay, it's infinite. The possibilities, the waker, awareness and reflection. So really like embracing, you know, we've got, it's interesting because we've got here the I and the I, and it's like, then you've got psychics. First wave of ascension, they are the star seeds, the way showers leading this ascension. So it's sorry, my throat. It's like trusting in your abilities that you are gifted with. You've been gifted with the vision of sight. You have been gifted with the ability to foresee, to see through the clouds, to understand more in life, things on a deeper level than most will. You've been given this wisdom that usually one would only get through tradition, through eons of order and passings of wisdom. You know, you inherently hold within you. Okay? And it's just like, it's wanting to flow out of you. It's truly wanting to just expand out. So for you to fill your love cup, it is to embrace this element of you. Embrace the fact that you have this gift and stop trying to hide it. It's time to wake up to it. Or perhaps you've been viewing it as a negative, okay? So start seeing it for that beautiful ray of light that it is, and allow yourself to open to the possibilities that can come from having this ability of sight or inner knowing. Obviously, there are so many different elements of, you know, sight within people. People receive their foresight and that through different means. Doesn't always mean you get clear visions in your head of pictures and things and words and names, you know, or see ghosts or whatever it may be. Everyone has it differently. You may just have an inner intuitive knowing when it comes to things that come through to need to be known or heard. You may have an ability to just, you know, we've got a little witch here, like just know what to do when it comes to ritual and potions and magic. You may be a starseed that is here to lead this ascension. You're a way shower. And there is so much potential in being that way shower. And it's what I do. I'm here to give people different ways of viewing their world. And I don't have all the answers for people. We have our own inner knowing, the messages I provide and the wisdom that I can speak into it are there purely to allow those receiving it a chance to have their own awareness and reflect on themselves and their situations and take for them what is and what isn't. And I find there's beauty in that. So within your own abilities and whatever these may be for you, open to infinite possibilities. So what is group 3 hanging on to that is holding them back from filling their love cup? Spirit guides. And the simple life. Okay, so we have spirit guides. You're not connecting with your spirit guides. So this is key to you moving forward. Open yourself to the infinite possibility of what is and stop denying it, and ask to connect to your spirit team, those that are here for your highest good. I always like to say, yeah, those that are here for my highest good, to ensure that I'm receiving the spirit guides that are here for the truth of what I am and who I am. Like, I'll use the words that are true to you to use, but those that are opening yourself up to the angels, guardians, whatever guides you have within your spirit realm that support you. You might have, you know, inner earth beings, you might, you know, fae, you might have angels, you might have all sorts. You might have a mixture. So when you call on your spirit guides, then that can help. It says here, are you drawn to channeling or to connect with the other side? So yeah, really embracing that ability to channel and connect with those that are there on the other side to support you. So perhaps you haven't been organising and minimising areas of your life that need more more support. So we've got here the simple life. Life becomes easier as you put effort into being organised and minimising. Well, yeah, that applies to a lot of us. When we are not organising our home, our business, our work schedules, whatever it may be, clutter, anything that might be within your area, your space that's preventing you from really embracing these elements of self. Because when we have an energetic environment, or I like to say our home environment, and that environment we spend most of our time in affects our energy. So it becomes an issue in how we feel. It becomes an issue in how we can connect back with ourselves and our inner guidance system. Okay, it's a bit like feng shui. Not feng shui, yeah, feng shui. You know, like one of the things I've adopted is, years and years ago I read that having things under your bed, for example, clutter under your bed or storage under your bed, can actually disrupt your energy and your rest at night, and how you regenerate through sleep. Like, you know, because it's an energy, it's under you. So it blocks the flow of energy under you while you sleep, which blocks the flow that circulates your sleeping environment. It's the same when you've got things around the house, cluttered piles and areas and zones. It's like the flow of energy can't shift as smoothly. Okay, so adopting more of a simple life in terms of your environment is helpful. Sometimes just regularly moving, like, you know, a number of items in your house every month or so can actually greatly shift the energy. Could be that you've got crystals around your home and you choose to put them in new spots, or whatever it may be. Okay, whatever suits you with this. So I'm just going to pull some tea leaves for group 3. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. Okay. Okay, so love. It's the first one we have. Beware of great pride. I'm trying to stack these so that I don't take up so much room. We have fair man, dealings or relationship with a man with blonde, grey or white hair. Psychic ability, trust your intuition. Vine, seek out information that may help you, or that will help you, sorry. Eagle, triumph over troubles and obstacles. Ah, I pulled out 9 cards. Whoops. I have the camel with persevere and you will overcome problems. All right, this is like a massive mess right now. September, interesting. And we have egg, success is assured with good plans and hard work. We had 2 of these, I think, in group 1 maybe. Can't remember which one it was. Okay, so there is so much love in really adopting this element of your psychic self and coming back to home, reminding yourself that you are the way shower. You are starseed that is here leading this ascension. So you will receive so much love in embracing that. You are here for purpose, and I believe that this purpose here on your journey this time around on Earth is, oh my God, it's like, yeah, it's going to bring you so much love. There's fair man, dealings or relationship with a man with blonde, grey or white hair. So there may be some wisdom that you can learn from someone within your circle, whether it be a partner or whether it be someone you can seek for guidance and mentoring that is going to assist you in building this psychic ability and trusting your intuition. Because there is a big element that is about learning to trust it, which, you know, even doing these readings, sometimes I think, oh, really? You want me to say that? Or really you want... But then it's like, well, it ends up resonating with others. And it's like, okay, well, that person obviously needed to hear it. So irrelevant of whether we feel that it's right or wrong, it doesn't mean it is. It's not messages for me. It's messages for someone else. Peacock, beware of great pride. So when you are doing this work, the last thing you want to do is become boastful about it to the point where you use it for the wrong reasons, okay? So remind yourself the reasons you're doing this. It's okay to share with people your progress and share with people your joy and how proud of yourself you are, or how, whatever it may be. But there's a difference between sharing that sort of thing and outwardly, you know, peacocking about. There's a term, you know, peacocking about and showing off and going, oh, I'm better than everyone. You know, like, you don't want to feel like you are better than everyone, because we're all here for our own purpose and no one is greater than another. At the end of the day, we have our own tasks, our own purpose for being here. So just remember that, hold on to that. There's so much beauty in being that. So, yeah, don't get too proud that you think you're better than others. Vine, seek out information that will help you. This is with the Spirit Guides card. So yes, remember, channel those spirit guides. They are there to help. Your team is there to help. Don't feel like you have to go this alone, or don't feel like just because you don't see people around helping that you are going alone, because you've still got so much support. And it's just, don't feel too proud like you have to do it alone. There is information there to help. There is people there to help. Eagle, triumph over troubles and obstacles. Well, the eagle is also known as being, you know, like being able to see from great heights, and that foresight, kind of forward sight, purely because they can see so far and see so much detail. So I feel like your psychic abilities through this process are going to improve. You are going to gain so much like power over the hold of this insight that you have, and your ability to trust it. Okay, by seeking out this support and information, you are going to triumph with this. Just reminding yourself to be open to all the possibilities. Now, I'm recording this in September, and it is a timeless reading, so irrelevant of when you are receiving this reading, whatever time is trying to say, I'm feeling it's telling you now is your time to embrace this, okay? So even if you're listening to this in January, it's just relevant to the now, okay? Embrace this now within yourself. You are here for purpose. Persevere and you will overcome problems, and there is success assured with good plans and hard work. You are so supported in your journey on this conquest. Just remaining open to those infinite possibilities and trusting and forward momentum. It's going to be beautiful. The energy is going to be beautiful. I may not sound hugely enthusiastic because my throat's sore at the moment, so apologise if it's not me going, oh my god. So tarot, I'm going to ask the tarot just for some general guidance, feedback on, yeah, this reading for group 3. Okay. So, okay, yes, okay, I'll have you. We have justice in the world. Wow. And the High Priestess. Oh my god, okay. I've used these cards so many times, shuffled them so many times, and yeah, your spirit team is already coming through. So whenever you are group 3, far out, Brussels sprout. You are so supported right now. These are all major arcana, full energy cards, like absolute cards. So by following your infinite possibilities of self within your intuitive or psychic abilities, or whatever your spiritual gifts are, clairaudience, clairvoyance, you know, whatever you have with you, there's justice in embracing this. Karmic justice. There's massive life lesson here for you. Like this whole new balancing of who you are, your identity. But it's not just you. Like, she's sitting on top of this solid foundation, like a building. It's this solid, big structural foundation. And I got the feeling that this is balance and justice for the world. Whatever it is that your purpose and that you are dreaming of, embodying and stepping into, go at it with power. At it with absolute truth, integrity, and just stand steadfast to the truth, okay, of what you are and what you have to offer the world. Because here with the world, you have, like, this is massive accomplishment. It's like everything. This is the last of the major arcana, like the absolute final finite, the world, abundance. It's just like, I have accomplished so much that she completely embodies this success. A complete fulfillment and sense of belonging is here with the World card. It's just magic, absolute magic. Like, yeah, it's so freeing and so magical. that it looks as though, you know, this woman depicted in the picture is floating, like she's levitating, because it's just like, oh, this is just, oh, the grace, the ease of this beauty of how I feel right now and where I'm at. It's just, there are no words. It's just complete success and accomplishment, a completion and fulfillment. And we have the High Priestess up here. It's really, you know, because it's actually near this camel, persevere and you'll overcome problems. So she's very focused on intuitive inner voice spirituality, you know, really embracing those elements of self, but it's a very emotional self. So I feel like you have this full inner knowing that you're just going to persevere with riding the waves of, you may not always understand it, but there is a higher power that's going to lead, which is here with the open to infinite possibility. I feel like that is the High Priestess. It's like being open to infinite possibility is her, or they, whatever that element of yourself is. She is very feminine energy, which is that creative, spiritual, intuitive self. So it's really when you embrace this support of that higher power that spirit is providing you, you are going to have infinite outcomes in that element of knowledge that you gain, your inner voice and that higher power that you have to give to others. It's like, see the white flags on the ship. It's like, I feel like intuitively, I feel like there's whoever it is you are helping in the world, or the greater collective, whatever it is that you are helping in this world, as they're riding these waves, you are like the surrender, like this white flag. You are like this kind of peace offering, this, you can surrender in and I will help guide you. Obviously you still have to do the work, but there is an element of support here with that. She's got this like shell on her neck, which actually reminded me of Ariel in Little Mermaid, you know, when, is it Ursula takes her voice and puts it in the necklace on her neck, and, you know, it's like her voice needs to be used. And here with the red drapes or curtains either side, it's like passion enveloped, like she's stepping through this doorway of like, I'm passionate about this, I would need to voice this. And she walks through and she's out there to offer that guidance, that support, or to voice whatever it is that assists in the way showing of this ascension. So she's here to sing it, to share it, to talk it, whatever that looks like. But either way, it's your inner knowing and your higher power that wants to speak through you, and therefore you feel passionate about it because it is your inner. They give you that element of passion that fuels this. And the Empress, she's just so nurturing and beautiful. You know, she's got this little baby in her tummy here, but it's open, so you can see the baby, and the baby is connected to the flower, like connected to Mother Earth, and there's a little crown on the head of this baby, as though there is so much potential in what you have to offer. The amount of nurturing and harmony and beauty that you have to offer this world is so abundant. Like, these flowers are blooming, they're open, and you know, with the crown here, it's just like, again, that higher power, that it's just, what's the word? Can't think of it. Innocence, like it's completely fresh new beginnings of birth. You are going to allow others to feel, but you're also going to feel this, because this is you doing this journey. So as a result of you opening to infinite possibility, I know I've gone off tangent a little by telling you now that you're actually giving others this beauty. You are filling your love cup so much because of this love here. Like, you are going to overfill with love because of this incredible, abundant energy of nurturing and just, you know, depiction of motherhood, you know, healthy motherhood, where we have that, you know, the mother is the nurturer, the supporter, the love, the, you know, just that warmth, that embodiment of earth. Okay, so this is, yeah, this is incredible, absolutely incredible. Oh, wow, wow. Yeah, I'm a bit lost for words because it's just so powerful. Like, you have so much power here for good. So much power for good. And find that love in yourself by embracing that. Like, it's not just infinite possibilities. This is an abundance, man. This is like, you are divinely guided and supported and carried, and all you need to do is commit and persevere and ride the waves and trust as you do it. Okay, there's just that remaining in absolute steadfast knowing that this is all good, this is okay. I'm going to power forward with this. It's pretty special. So, group number 3. That is your reading for today. Yeah. Yeah. I could keep talking, but I'm not going to. Perhaps I need to start doing a Patreon extended readings or something on this sort of thing. But if you would like further readings, feel free to contact me via my Facebook page, which is in the link. I do offer limited private readings, and yeah, if this resonates, I'd love to hear your comments. I'd love to hear what you're doing. This is beautiful. Yeah, this energy is stunning. I'd love to hear what you are bringing to this world. You know, you've got beautiful energy here ready to birth, and it's such a blessing and gift to everyone. So share away. Yeah, open up. Let us know. Also, like, and if you feel called, I'd love it if you subscribed. So thank you, group 3. All the best. Have a lovely weekend.